right, everybody, welcome back to the channel. We're over here at the Berwick Boys Club in West Bridgewater. They're doing their annual charity show. This was a tough one for me. We had the Mustang Club show today I wanted to go over, but I have some family that lives in the area. I was hoping to get over and we could spend some time together and see the show, have some fun with it. So I'm pretty excited to go through and share this video with you. There's a ton of cool stuff here. I had a lot of awesome conversations. So we're gonna go around and shoot as much as we can, try to find like our 10 favorite cars and go through and share those with you. We'll walk down the road. I think we've got a couple of hundred cars, so I might be able to hit everything and get everything on the video for you. So I'll be back in just a second. Beautiful 57 Chevy 210. So this would have been the more entry-level version versus the Bel Air, but a gorgeous car in black and white, great color. You got the hubcaps, awesome Impala next to us. This car is beautiful. You know, this is one of my favorites. I think I shot this at a different show for you guys, but you know I love this style on this, and this is a 60. So this has an LS motor. I do believe I shot this car at the Spindles show, and I think, were you at Spindles? Okay, I think I shot your car before. It's beautiful. I love this body style. It's gorgeous. So, you know, I love the fins on it. It's just a gorgeous car. This is a Thunderbird. I believe we shot at the Foxborough JC show this year. This is a cool car. It is. I remember the interior. He took a trophy. This is a really cool car. The guy that owns is a veteran, so very nice car in black and white here. I've also shot this truck. It's funny as I go through, a lot of these I've done, but this is a gorgeous truck. We've shot this one a couple of times too, so you've seen this one at a few of the different shows, but it's really pretty. We've got a C3 Corvette right here in the maroon color with the T-tops. Good looking Nova right here. So this is a really cool car with the 350. I like the wheels on it. It just looks right. So this is a really good looking 72 in red. We've got the Mopar guys here today, so we'll go through and shoot the Mopar stuff. These guys always show up well. The first time I met this club, I think, was at the Wheels of Time show last year, and they've always had some cool stuff, so we'll go through and shoot that. We have this gorgeous 442 right here. I love this color. This car, you can see there's a lot of trophies. This car's done very well over the years. This is a 71 442 in that blue. We've got our Fox body here today, looking good. A lot of really good conversations today, having some fun with the Fox. But we've got a gorgeous Chevelle next to us. I think it's a 72 with the 454 in the gold. So I think this was a 72. Love the gold. The 454 with the 365 horse, looking pretty original under the hood. Love the color with the wheels too, very cool. Great looking GTO, 64 GTO, most likely the 389 tri-power, gorgeous car right here. This is a really nice 93 Lightning. I shot a little video for these guys, help them hopefully be able to sell the truck. So this is for sale. They're asking like 25 grand, 140,000 miles. New paint, new wheels, really nice first gen truck. One of the newer Mustangs here, so a newer 5.0 convertible. Right next to its, its granddad, so we got one of the older Mustangs here. This looks like a 66, maybe 65, but it's got looks like an aftermarket 302 with a nice intake, good-looking wheels, nice interior. So that's a cool car. Then we saw this 1920 Chrysler, 26 Chrysler. This thing is beautiful. I don't know much about the older cars of this generation, but I saw this one, and everything around it just looks super nice. This is a really good-looking 1920s car. The paint's beautiful. The motor looked like it was pretty nice. The interior is really cool. So this is a really cool car as well. And then, we've got this little truck here I know nothing about right here, the little Daihatsu. We've got an old Ford Model A hot rod, kind of what you think about. Beautiful AMX right here, 69, totally customized. Great looking wheels. Really clean Monty SS at the end over here, which is really nice as well. So 85, super clean. We've got this Pontiac Catalina. I was talking to the owner on this. He's kind of working on it. It's his project car, which is pretty neat. He was chatting. He was looking for like an LX Mustang, so a 71. So we've got a newer generation Camaro, very cool, good looking Chevy right here. So this is a Chevelle SS 66 with the 396. Great color, beautiful 70. Yeah, 70 Buick GSX in the yellow. We're probably gonna come back to that one. That's one of my favorites. 68 Camaro. So this is a Z28 with the houndstooth interior. The Krager SS is great period style on that car. We've got another nice newer gen Camaro. 55 Chevy truck. I love the big air cleaner on it. The color's really nice. Good looking truck here. Shelby Supercharged 2020 regular cab. Super rare to see these in the Super Snake. This thing is badass. We've also got an 82 C3 Corvette we saw when we came in with the side pipes, looked really nice. 65 Mustang GT convertible, or 66. And what was neat on this car is I saw the owner come in, a little bit of an older gentleman, still a manual car, get the hubcaps on it, very cool car. Chevy SSR. We go over here and we have a 1933 Chevy. Good looking hot rod. Let's see, got a little bit of ghost flames on it. Nice looking wheels. We kind of that moon style wheel, which is very cool. C4 Corvette over here. With the aftermarket wheels, sometimes it's tough to tell right off the top, but it's an 89 black interior. Another Hellcat. Good looking Monty SS right here in the silver. It's 86? 87, okay, so 87, very clean and original under the hood. This is a really nice Monte Carlo right here, so very cool. I love these old rat rod trucks. These are so cool too. This 46 is awesome. I saw it come in. We've got a Chevelle wagon, love it. We got you know, this really nice Galaxy 500 in the blue with the side pipes. I like the trim on it, kind of a 70s caddy, so we've got a 77 Cadillac right here. You know, I'm hearing this song right now. We got the Smokey and the Bandit song with the 77 caddy, man. I'm right back into, you know, Smokey and the Bandit territory. It's awesome. Beautiful 75 Bronco. I love this copper color. Looks amazing. Great wheels, little small lift, looks great. 53 Chevy 3100. These are cool too. Again, the flat black paint, the wood in the bed, gorgeous car. One of my favorite imports of all time. So this AMG GTC Roadster, I've shot this. This thing is amazing. This thing is super fast, looks great, great style. So really cool car here. And then we'll get into one of the BMW Z3s. I have a neighbor who has a blue one of these pushing like 600 horse. It's pretty cool. So we're gonna pause right there and we'll come back in just a second. All right guys, so 1924 Ford Model T. We've got a good looking Mustang 02 GT right here. Looks fairly stock, got a couple of changes on it. But I had a couple of these SN95s, great driving car. Cool little Volkswagen Beetle right here. So we've got a 57 VW, very cool. Really good looking Mustang here, 67, 68. Okay, so 68 Mustang in that gray, the nice wheels. We've got a Buick GS right here, 69. 455 convertible, great car right here. Like the wheels on it, looks great in that style. Great looking Challenger right next to a 73. Yep, 73 in the gray. We had a 71 Cuda, beautiful car right here with the 440, stunning in the purple. Really great looking car. Got a little T-bucket, love these. We've got some Jeeps over here. Guys, this is a good turnout for these guys. They were expecting maybe 150 cars. They have a much bigger turnout this year, so we'll go back and shoot as much as we can. So we have this beautiful 1934 Roadster with the tan interior and the blue. Great looking car, just a great color combination, really pretty. This 50s, what year is this? 50 Ford. So that's really pretty. I love the color on it, beautiful car, 33 hot rod. You know, this is interesting. This is kind of a neat car. These wheels were on everything back in the day. I'd seen them on Monties, on Grand Prix, and all like the G bodies. I've never seen them on a hot rod. They actually look pretty good in the black. It kind of goes well with the car, so that's pretty neat. We've got a 35 Ford in the yellow, which looks awesome again. I love the hot rods over here. So we have the copper and the blue. We've got this Mustang convertible with the 289. I'm guessing a 65. Yep, 65, no pony interior. So kind of the base interior. I do love the wheels on it. Good looking car. With the automatic, very cool. Nice 1957 Chevy pickup. We've got another Challenge. A lot of Challengers up here as always. Good looking T-Bird here. This beautiful GTO in red with the red line wheels. Looks like a 4-speed. Good looking car. So 65 GTO, very nice. We've got a very cool little MG. When I was a kid, one of my friend's dads had one of these. He took us for a ride. It was very, very cool. I remember it always. Wasn't super fast, but it was super fun. I don't know anything about this car, so I apologize. I can't really speak to it. We've got an older Chevy truck here. We saw this Pontiac earlier. This is kind of unrestored, just kind of going. This was not that. There's another Pontiac elsewhere. This is a Ford. Cool 86 560. This car reminds me, I think this was very similar to the car that like Swayze had in Roadhouse, which is kind of cool. It's pretty different, so that's pretty neat. We've got one of the Ford Lightnings here, so this is kind of cool, the electric truck. So we've got a Oh wow, okay. That's the i8 and the BMWs. That's kind of their, that's a very cool car actually.
Sweet deal.
Got a couple of cool Jeeps, some older cars and trucks back here, an old VW. Big Jeep section. Again, that Mopar section is huge today, guys. The Mopar guys have come out in full force as usual, and they have some very cool stuff. We've got a 72 Beetle, got another newer Camaro. We have a 74? Don't see the year on it, but the 340, but way bigger motor, the 340, the big wheels. You know, we've got another Dodge truck. Great looking 69 Chevelle SS. This is a car I believe I've shot a couple of times with these wheels. I really like this with the side exhaust. This little 63 Mac was cool. If I heard the owner correctly, I think this started life as a tractor and it's been kind of morphed into a car, which is pretty cool. I really kind of dig that. We've got the 440 on this Chrysler. So this is a 68 Chrysler 300. Okay, that is a big car, gorgeous GT 350R. So the more performance oriented, which is kind of neat here too. We have a regular GT next to it, so very cool. Love the red, white, and blue. We have the regular GT 350, the GT 350R, another GT 350. Really good looking Trans Am 77, 78. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's one of those 2 years. But you got the Bandit license plate, the 455. Very good looking truck. All right. So we've got a C6 Corvette here in the red. We've got another Shelby. Tons of Shelbys up here again today. A lot of the GT 350s. Very cool. You know, the Shelby and the Hellcat guys are very competitive. There's all these guys on these newer Mustangs too. So newer Camaro. This was the Pontiac I had seen earlier. That was pretty neat with a lot of the original patina on the paint. Let's see this new rear quarters, but it looks like the rest of it's fairly original. So that's pretty cool. Get a good looking Impala next to us over here. We've got a little Super B Charger, an older Malibu. These were pretty fun. A lot of people in the 80s did these like crazy. This Nova is nuts with this giant intake. The Yanko, we've shot this car before, but it is pretty cool. And then that really good looking Camaro next to us over here. One of my favorite cars up here, this beautiful Chevelle right here in the silver. Love the car. I think I shot this car at Foxborough at the JC show. This great looking Nova. I shot this one coming in. You'll see a little video of it when you come in. Again, another good looking older hot rod truck in the flat back, which I love. We've got one more row down here, and then when we come hit the front section, and then we'll go through and pick like our top maybe 5 or 10 cars. So, oops, sorry. Great looking AMX right here. So we have a 68, okay, with the 390, another little MG. Got a little Cutlass right here with a big motor in it. We've got this good looking Ford F100. I like the color on it, the kind of the dual for 1960. That's a cool color combination that you don't really see very often with that really light green and the white. Great looking bed. The 67 Corvette. This Corvette's great because we've talked to the owner many times. I've shared this one with him. He drives it all the time, which I absolutely love. He's like, look, man, this car is going to outlive me. I'm going to drive it, enjoy it year round in New England. So good for him. Very cool car. Let's go over and hit some of these motorcycles over here. And then we'll catch some of the cars up here in the front. That's a pretty cool selection of Indians right here. Usually see a lot of Harleys, you still do, but that first whole group of Indians was awesome. Really dig it. That Z28 we've shot at a couple of shows, so I'm not going to go back and shoot it right now, but that's very cool, and that Continental right next to it is gorgeous as well. A lot of cool old motorcycles. Newer Bronco. Got an older stake bed truck. I think that's the one that guy says like built not bought. If I remember, we saw that at Gillette, and he put a more modern diesel in that truck. So that's pretty neat. Older Caddy. C5 Corvette. Nice looking Monty SS right here. This 88. Like the wheels on it. Looks like it's been built up a little bit. That's very cool. A couple more of the newer Mopars. This SN95 Mustang is pretty neat too. He has the bumper that can detach, so I've seen it so you can see like the intake on it, which is very cool. We've got this good looking Camaro, another C3 in orange, kind of that burnt copper orange with the black race stripes, very cool. Another nice Camaro. I didn't even know these other cars were back here, so we got to go back and check these guys out. Really good looking Camaro here. This very cool 1954 truck. That Buick GS I'm going to go back and hit in just a second. Love this 455 Firebird, very cool. So a 67. This is awesome. And again, something way more unique than what you see in the Camaros all the time. Nice looking C8, another Shelby, that's a GT500, another SSR, beautiful Cobra replica. Wanted to come back and get into this 5.0. I was talking to the owners, very cool car, big motor, like 550 horse. This thing was a drag car. They've kind of brought it back to more street capability, but still pushing a ton of horsepower. Great color, the 86 4-ride Fox, so beautiful in the gray, love the wheels on it. Really sharp interior. So we were talking, I was like, hey, you know, any issue with the car with the T-tops? And he's like, no, it works perfect. And I'm just always blown away. We were just kind of joking, like how guys take cars with T-tops or convertibles and turn them into like drag cars where, you know, some of them don't have as much body stability, but this one's been great for them. It actually looks super nice inside. I love the flow-through headrests. Just a really good looking Fox. So this is a really nice car up here, guys. We're gonna shoot this kind of a, you know, I love stories that people have cool cars. And I was just talking to the owner of this car, bought it like almost brand new, like 1,200 miles. What I love about it though is it's his daily driver. So he has the Bullet, kind of a special edition, 2019. It's like 25,000 miles, but he enjoys it every day, which is so cool to see. So, you know, I really love these Bullets, great color, really cool style, and really de-badged, right? Like this doesn't look like every other 5.0 out there. It looks pretty subdued. And what's cool about this is people think you're driving like an EcoBoost, you catch them, you know, not realizing what you have, and you have this amazing Bullet. So very, very cool car. And again, I love a story when someone gets to daily drive their car and enjoy the heck out of it.
This car came up 4 doors.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, I've never seen a two-wheel before.
If you Google it, the only car that you see online is that car.
Okay,
Two-door.
so that's pretty cool. So this is a 78 Toyota Corona, two-door, super rare, 2.2 liter four-cylinder. This car is very original, other than the fact they put a 5-speed in. I was just talking to the owner. I don't know much about these imports, but he was giving me a lot of great information. And what's really neat is, again, you see a lot of the older imports in the 4-doors. This is neat to see in the 2-door. And he said if you go on Google, this will be the only one you see out there. It's this car for a 2-door because they were really hard to find. These were like a family car, more of a sedan. So these weren't very common in the coupe. He's a man of my heart too. He also has an 84 Fox body GT350. We were just talking about getting him some TRX wheels for it. So pretty cool car, very different, something you don't see all the time. So pretty cool to Buick today. So a couple of our top 10 cars are going to be, this is a really cool 70 GS Stage 1. Go ahead, you're good. You're good, no worries. Beautiful car, original paint, original motor. I love the hubcaps on the car. I saw the window sticker was like $4,300. 455 Stage 1. This is so cool to see in this originality here, and this is obviously the GS. We're going to see another car in a second I'm going to talk about. That's going to be one of my second favorite car up here. That's the GSX, but this is a beautiful original example of this car with the original motor, original paint. It's always cool to see these that, you know, unrestored, you know, unmolested. So very cool, and I love the hubcaps on it. Just really, you know, takes off that understated vibe for a really cool performance car from back in the day. Beautiful. And I'll always shoot a Grand National. This has the GNX wheels, but very cool car. You know I love these. This is kind of a neat old GMC truck. Guys, I really like these old trucks, and I think this is maybe what I look for in the winter. Something like this that has some patina to it. It's not a show truck that I can get an older truck and go out and have some fun with for like 10 grand. I think this is kind of the next level for me, so I gotta go take a look at it. GS Stage 1, this is the GSX. What's always cool about these, and again, I learned a lot. I shared this on a video a little while ago. This was all tied into the space program, right? The Buick kind of went all in with it. So you had the GS, you know, they had the stages. The paint colors were tied into the, you know, the space program. This was Saturn yellow. They had Apollo white. This car is just so cool. And you know, when Buick was doing back then, these 455s, and I've shared a couple times in the video, this was the most powerful motor from a torque standpoint that was out coming out of GM in the 70s, or actually any American car in the 70s. Over 500 foot-pounds of torque. So this was better than like the LS6. It was better than the Pontiac 455. So this is the most powerful motor from a torque standpoint that was out there that Detroit made. And again, in a beautiful color. In that Saturn yellow. Again, it came in Saturn yellow, Apollo white. But you can see this was a little bit upmarket from the GS. We don't have the hubcaps. We have the, you know, the 5-spoke wheels. We've got a little nicer interior. We've got the stripe package, the spoiler on the back. So this was kind of like, you know, making your intentions known with this car. We've got the on the hood tack. So this car was like, you couldn't, this wasn't a sleeper. You couldn't hide. You saw that GS with the hubcaps. You could hide with that GS, right? You had those little, you know, you had the hubcaps. It wasn't kind of calling out what we have on here. There was no hiding with the GSX. This car is so beautiful. great color, and I love the power and the performance from this, which was kind of GM's step-down luxury brand from Cadillac. And the fact that Buick was making a car with this much power was absolutely awesome. Third favorite car is this 87 Monty SS. I love the color on it. Most of these were like a maroon or a white. To see the silver is very cool. I love the originality on this car. I had an 88. To see one this nice and this clean is amazing. You know, this is nothing on the car is wrong. No oxidization on the hood, nothing's peeling. On that nose, which was super common, the spoiler isn't tore up. The original wheels look great on the car. You know, just like my Fox body with these cars, unfortunately, GM didn't make it easy to make it a show car. There's really nothing beautiful under the hood. There's no chrome, but this one's so clean that they did an awesome job with it. It's still the original air cleaner. You know, everything's there the way it's supposed to be. It looks amazing in the car. And this one's great because it is a console shift, not a column shift. Factory radio, everything on this car just looks like it came out in '87, and it's just a beautiful version of this car. And again, so unique to see in this color, which is very cool to see this in that silver. Like I said, the maroon was by far the most common. You'd see black, you'd see white, but silver, blue were a lot less common, and this one looks great. What was nice in '87 too is you went away from the steel wheels, you got into these more IROC style wheels, which really matched the style of the car and really made it feel a little more upmarket. These cars had a 305, 175, 180 horsepower, but they all came with factory 355 rear end, so they felt good off the line. They had a good amount of torque and the right gearing to make it feel like a quick car. These were like ubiquitous back in the day, and this one's really, really nice. So I'm gonna pick this truck. I was talking about liking these flat black trucks. This one's pretty neat. I actually like the white firewall, you know, kind of that domed air cleaner. Looks like a little bit of an aluminum radiator. Great looking chrome in the front. Like the simplicity of the wheels with the white walls, with the, you know, the chrome center cap and the chrome lugs, the diamond plate on the setup. Just a cool old truck. And what's really cool about this is, again, it's just so like, it's a cool style, right? You know, you got a great looking original and style interior. I love that you have the original steering wheel. We've got a different shifter, but it is still an automatic. The wood in the bed, the wooden box, like everything's just kind of neat about this truck. There's a few of these trucks up here like this, and I looked at a bunch of them. This one I liked because I like the contrast of the white on the, like I said, on the firewall. I like the flat black paint. I like the white wall wheels, the simplicity. It's just a really cool looking hot rod truck that you don't see every day, and it looks very cool in this style with that flat black. I have no idea what's in this car. I didn't get a chance to talk to the owner. I can see the twin turbo, see the huge wheels, I see the wing on the back, the Yanko SC stripes on it, but I love orange. This car just looks great. The fitment's great on it. It sits awesome. The big wheels, the color, you know, this orange with the black vinyl roof, the giant motor, the intake, the twin turbos. This thing's just badass. And again, what a cool style. Love the front end on it. It is an SS, does have the Yanko stripes on the side of it, roll cage, racing seats, racing transmission, but the original Nova steering wheels. This is just kind of a cool car. And again, if you're gonna do something like this, have fun with it. And I think they did a great job with this car. You can see it set up for a parachute, so this is a legit drag car. You can get out and get after it and have a ton of fun, but it just looks great in this color. So one of our top 10 favorite cars. This 1960 Ford F100 in that two-tone paint. Looks like more of a modern motor right here, but it is a Ford motor, which I love. You've got the Ford racing heads, the Edelbrock air cleaner. Looks really cool. I love the two-tone combo. Love the wheels on it, the Ford trim rings with the Ford center chrome cap. Looks great. Again, cool color, wood in the bed, really nice interior. Again, you know, really clean. Love the old steering wheel with the, you know, the old, the knob to change the wheel, which is awesome. This thing just looks pretty cool and pretty period correct. And again, I'm really digging these old trucks. Again, you have this really cool flat black truck behind us here too. There's a lot of really nice trucks up here today, but you know, as again, I'm more and more I get in the hobby, the more I really dig these old hot rod trucks. This one's really cool because again, it's nothing crazy, but it just looks really good. 56 Lincoln Continental, and I shot this car. I know I did at a show last year. I don't remember. I just remember having a conversation with the folks. And I remember seeing the sticker on there about this being the most complex car ever made pre-computer, right? So. This is pretty cool. You know, again, a 66 Continental, suicide doors, beautiful motor under the hood. This one is a 462, so giant big block, great chrome, just kind of the ultimate luxury car. It just looks so cool. The style is great. This was so iconic in the 60s. This is probably that time where Lincoln really did surpass Cadillac for a little bit, and these cars were just like the coolest car ever. You know, you had all the Rams and the motors in the hood on the trunk to put down the top. Great interior, super comfortable, very cool style. We always talk about these 60s interiors and how you just don't see that same thing today. And even with like a bar speedometer and nothing like super complex, it's just still like a very cool interior. They did a great job. You see like the details on the door panels. Take a look at that door panel, right? We've got the stitching above the door, the door release button that sits up, the little chrome ashtray, the window knob, and then the Lincoln underneath in the wood with the wood grain going different directions. Like, you would never see that level of detail today. It's just so different and unique to what we have in today's cars. So I absolutely love these Continentals. You're just absolutely GTO 1964. You can see the headlights side by side. When you go into 65, they'd flip that. 389 tri-power, so the 3 2-barrel carburetors, 4-speed, beautiful blue, red line wheels, Pontiac hubcaps. This was an option for Pontiac this year, right? It was a Le Mans. You get the GTO option before it become a standalone option. So this was really cool. And again, that first generation GTO is super highly desirable, especially in this version with the 389 tri-power and the 4-speed. This is exactly the version you want. And I love the fact that he wasn't tempted to change out the wheels and make it look like anything different. It's so original, so cool in this particular style. All right, guys, so I'm gonna shoot this 85. You saw me talking about the 87, and you see what we were talking about with the aluminum wheels. This still has the Steelies. So in 85, you get the Steelies. That would be kind of the same wheels you'd see on the Camaro with the chrome trim ring, the center cap. What's cool on this car, though, is this car is from the original, owned by the original family. So I was talking to the owner, 65,000 original miles, unrestored, original paint, original wheels, original interior and motor. Dad bought it new when his dad passed away. Unfortunately, got handed down to him, so it's been in the family forever. And what I love is an original store. You see, like, the graphics here faded a little bit. They're still really clean. The paint's really nice. The interior's pretty. Now in 85, you could have got a column shift. You don't. You do have the console shift, which is awesome. This is the more common maroon interior. When we're talking about the silver, well, you see the silver was a little less common. These black were very common. The maroon was the most common color, but you get the black with a different color strip. I love the orange on here. I see the in memory of his dad. So again, this is cool. All right, guys, I am gonna shoot this. I love the 68 Eldorados. I want one. This is a 68, beautiful blue color. Love the hubcaps on it. One of my 10 favorite cars up here. Just love everything about the style on these. I was just talking to a couple of guys. What Cadillac was selling on this, the same thing Oldsmobile was doing with the Torino, with no transmission tunnel, they had all the space in the world. So this was a super comfortable car. Could easily fit 6 people in here. You had that armrest that went up. You could fit a third person in. So you could get 6 people in the car. It was a stunning style. Everything was really cool. The fins, the hubcaps, really cool car, great color. All right, guys, I'm not a maniac, and everyone's gonna think I am because, I'm gonna pick this as one of my 10 favorite cars. It's not because there's not a ton of cool cars up here, but I like stuff that's different and unique. I love wagons. 70 Chevelle wagon with a 350 with the Magnum, the Chevelle, wheels, the 5-star. The paint's a little rough on it, but this is a cool driver. This is a fun car. Again, I like to pick stuff that's different and unique, and this wagon has a cool style. I love the back of these. You'd haul the family around. This is a family hauler, but you got a little 350 in it. You have fun. You got this big open back area, so you'd have all the room in the world. Now, when I was a kid, we had a 72 Chevelle wagon with the rear facing back seat. And I remember as a little kid with my dad driving around, we would go through and we'd be looking at life going through the back of that wagon. It was awesome, and it was orange. It was very cool. So again, there's a ton of nice cars out here. This is no disrespect to anything else up here. I shot everything as much as I could, but I love this style and I love the wagons. This is one of my 10 favorite cars up here. Very, very cool. So that's it. We're gonna wrap up our video today. We went around and we shot all the cars here. What a cool turnout. Much bigger turnout than they had last year, so that's very cool for these guys. It does go to a great charity, the Berwick Boys Foundation, so very cool to see a charity show. Sorry I missed my friends at the Mustang Car Club of New England. I had a chance to get down and be in an area with family, so I wanted to come down and see that. So I'm sorry I missed you guys. I hope you had an awesome show up in Devens. If you haven't done so far, please hit that like and subscribe button. We've got a couple of more shows left in the season. We've got Attleboro coming up at La Salette on the 15th. We've got a couple of more Bass Pro Shop shows. We'll usually get 1 or 2 more. We'll find a couple more. Then November 1st, we kind of get locked down. So that's where we are, guys. Thanks as always. We'll talk to everybody real soon.